Hi guys, welcome. I just saw a tweet of EndeavourOS. They have a new ISO, and I don't think I have any virtual machine yet. So we do a template, we clone, and this time it's a UEFI OS. Next. It is already there. Cancel. Then you do machine, new, not new, Eric, add, machine, add. There is already something somewhere. I was actually in a good place. Core and then deeper. EOS. There he is. Open this guy. Open. And then it's just added to the list of things here. Artemis of 22.6 becomes download, and the rest Artemis Nova 22.9, and off we go with CalamaRS, right? So let's boot up. Either use Tab or E and have a look at the code, what's in there, mode set and all these things. At some point in time you get what all this means. But if you don't, right, then it's just either you have an NVIDIA card and you try the NVIDIA drivers, or you take drivers that are not proprietary. And here's a fallback. If none of these guys work, you go to the no mode set. Simple. Yeah, these days we get the warning on Spectre. That's been there for years. But the Linux kernels now tell us, and that's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine. It's a message. Voila. So you got yourself an XFCE. The desktops are great, right? Linux desktops are just awesome. They just work on SUSE and on any of them, and that's great. And thanks to the CalamaRS work of so many people, offline, online, offline, online. Offline is always guaranteed to be successful because it's just ones and zeros coming on your system. And the other one is an go get me this and go get me that, where many things can go wrong. Internally, your internet, externally, the internet. Even firewalls inside universities or dorms or anything that is in between your computer and the end package can go wrong. Keys can go wrong, lots of things can go wrong, so I prefer the offline. And later on I'll just install with sudo pacman s, of course not by typing, by running scripts. So great that we have CalamaRS. Basically it's easy to install. A guided installer makes it easy to do everything. Many Linux versions use it. We can choose between all of these guys, but you might have guessed that I'm gonna install LeftWM later on. And here is Sway, Qtile, BSPWM. We're gonna use the ArcoLinux tweak tool to get what we want. So many things can be installed. You can stick to these guys, you can install more. And if you want to get technical, right, you toggle this thing and take a look at it. Debugging is also quite technical if you want to have a look at things and start learning about CalamaRS. Alright, so let's just wait. Basically, maybe we should click a few things here. So this is the text that we get. There's this, I can't read it, EndeavourOS welcome it says. So check it out and see what all these buttons are for. And of course, if you can, right, if you can afford it. I always have this rule, I don't know if you can follow me in this, but if you're using an operating system more than a year, it's time to contribute, right? Even if it is €1 a month, $1 a month, right? If everybody who uses it for, let's say, over a year, that will be helpful for the Linux community, for the developers of EndeavourOS, of Garuda, of there are so many choices. Let's just wait. Oh, there he goes again. So this was the zeros and the ones. This is an important little bit. If you interrupt this little thing, make init CPIO, just type ArcoLinux make init CPIO, read it. If you stop this midway, right, you can't boot because the boot folder is not filled in. Grub can't find anything. Boom, you're stuck to a black screen, and you need to root, ARCH-CHROOT. That's the word you need to Google or DuckDuckGo and then fix it, because that's the fun of Arch. Anything Arch based, you can fix it by booting up and doing, of course, having the knowledge to know what you do. And as you can see, we have the new version. We've had our share of misery on Arch Linux with the grub, but that's in the past. As you can see, it boots up just fine. So here you get all these things. I leave it up to you to explore these things. We're on Arch, so this is definitely gonna work. Oops, yeah, one wide too much, and this is not my password. But off we go, update our systems. To the developers in making, right, the guys who want to start making their own ISOs and are looking at the Kali project of ArcoLinux, are looking at the ALCI project of ArcoLinux, it is important to put this guy, your personal repo, at the top, right? If there is a package you want to hold back, like this grub thing, we put it in here, the old version, and nobody gets an update, and everything stays the same until we find a fix. Same thing for Discord, that sometimes happens. Then there is an update, but the ArcoLinux is 3 days later, and in the meantime we can't use Discord for 3 days. No, we just build the package, put it on here, and everybody gets the update in. So this thing works. The first one comes, first one is served, simple as that. So if Discord, the new Discord is here, will be installed. If it's not here, you'll get the old version, right? So that's why it needs to be at the top. For the rest, and teaming, so start reading all these things. You see a header, Linux things here. So we need to reboot, definitely. And we are going to install that. And afterwards, of course, we reboot. And the second video, the next video, will be how to make EndeavourOS my own operating system with the ArcoLinux tweak tool, with all the icons I like, the wallpapers I like, etc., etc. But that's for the next video. This one is just update and reboot. This is your sudo make init CPIO -p, an important bit here. And then we sudo reboot. Since in this virtual machine the ISO is in there, I need to go 4 lines down. I can get rid of it, of course. Too lazy. And there you go. So, next video is theming EndeavourOS the way I like it. Cheers.